Gordon can do, as he's one of the newest Suns. Joining us now to talk about the Suns, former Sun himself, Scott Williams, three-time NBA champion, of course, the author of the book Through the Fire, a memoir of trauma and loss, basketball and triumph. It's up on our website right now, on our Twitter page and our YouTube page. To check it out. You can get it on Amazon as well. And Scotty joins us now on the right Toyota guest line. Scotty, Rocky, Jimmy B, what's going on this Thursday, buddy? What's happening?
I got all you guys today this Thursday. I'm super excited about what my Phoenix Suns have been able to do. I'll tell you what, when I left town on Saturday morning after what the fury they unleashed in free agency on Friday night, I was thinking that was a solid B+, given the way they were hamstrung with a lack of cash. And then I get a call from Dr. Jay Schwartz say, hey, I'm at the D-backs game. They go, did you hear the Diamondbacks just signed Eric Gordon? I'm sitting out right field in the first row. I'm going, oh, my God. I jump up out of my seat. This is a super exciting time to be a Suns fan.
So let me ask you, you said, my Phoenix Suns. I mean, if you're on in Philly or Milwaukee or Denver or Dallas or Cleveland or Chicago, any of the teams that you played for.
You guys have to leave.
I got him. Even Idaho Stampede, when you're coaching, is it we? How's that all work? They're three-time NBA champion.
Listen, I've made my home in the Valley of the Sun longer than any place I've even lived, even my childhood before I went off to the University of North Carolina from California. So, yes, I do have the right to call them my Phoenix Suns.
All right, you heard Eric Gordon on the comeback there, the rejoin. What does he add to this team?
Depth, leadership. I love the fact that they had three main priorities to try to address during free agency. Right? You had length after getting their butts handed to them by Jokic. And then lack of shooting was evident throughout the playoffs, especially the long ball, having guys that confidence to come in and stroke it from distance, and then depth, right? So where are you going to go when you need to put a sub in for Devin Booker or Kevin Durant that you can fill up the basket and you're not going to have a lot of drop-off in play? And I think if he doesn't check two of those three boxes, if not all three of those boxes, I believe Eric Gordon's that guy because he obviously has got the experience. Now, listen, would I'd love to have him 6 years ago when he was 26 years old instead of 34 years old, 100%. But he's still got the know-how. He can shoot the ball with accuracy from distance, and so he doesn't really have that length that we talked about, but you address that with other players that you filled out in your free agency sign.
All right, let me follow up then with another player who intrigued me that they signed, and that is Drew Eubanks. Out of the Portland Trailblazers as a solid backup to DeAndre Ayton. And he is a big, tough guy who can defend, and he can block shots around the rim, and he can score a little bit too, Scott.
Yeah, I like this. That's that length aspect. You got a guy that's already in, he knows how to play, he's been in the NBA, average a tick under 9 points a game, can fill it up, knows how to play a role on a team, rebound the basketball, run the floor, set a pick, roll hard to the basket. Those are the types of things that you're going to need to play alongside already star-studded cast of Booker, Beal, Durant, and throw Ayton in that mix as well.
All right, now let me fire this one at you because this happened early this morning, and that is Bol is available. The son of Manute Bol, who I happened to call several times.
And Scott played against him.
Scott, I know you played against him as well. Legit 7'2", 7'3", can handle the ball. I don't know, however, what the Suns' financial situation is now. Would they have any interest in him or not?
Yeah, because I've been watching this kid since he was in California playing for the Southern Section CIF Championship, and this kid's got length. He's got quickness. He's got an instinct for the game. It's interesting that they had given up on him so quickly and let him go in free agency. I think there's a number of teams that'd be happy to bring him in to the fold. And I think the Suns are one of them. They need that kind of length, a guy that can come off. They lost Landau. That's a big signing for Houston. I like his intensity that he had when he's on the floor. He rebounds the basketball well. He sets screens. He knows how to roll and drag a guy and a man and a half with him and open up things. If they can get Bol to play it inside, be a roadblock, be turn around the basket, score, get on the offensive glass, they could really use someone that type of length.
Scott Williams joining us here.
He's like one of these 7'2" guys that looks like he's 7'5", if I could just finish my thought on that. They went out and they signed a bunch of 6'8", 6'9" guys in free agency, if you want to talk about Bates Diop and Watanabe. But that's a true 7'2" guy with extremely long length.
Scott, with the Summer League getting underway Friday with the Suns on Saturday against the Bucks, and all these games are televised, which I think is pretty cool on ESPN networks and NBA TV. What do you want to get out of that? What do you want to see out of the Summer League for the Suns? Or is it more? I want
to see it. I'm sorry.
I was going to add to that. Is it more about money? The league does this. ESPN, they need content right now. The dog days of summer, or is this pretty meaningful stuff?
Yeah, when I was coming up, we played in a small little hot gym in Loyola Marymount. There were about 50 people in the stands. Most of those were family and friends. So totally different deal now with every game being televised on the flagship leader for sports. This is a big summer for the Suns. Obviously, new coaching staff, new system, new players. So you got draft choices, free agents. I'd like to see a team that can go out there and pick up a system quickly and put it to execution. So the system and the players can get on the same page quickly. Now, granted, you're not going to have your stars out there, so it's going to look a little bit different. But it's important for the coaching staff to be able to communicate with these younger guys what and how they want executed out there on the floor. Veteran guys will pick it up even easier than some of these guys with new text, new terminology, new system, new design, new plays. And if these free agents and these younger players can pick this type of thing up, then it'll be a seamless transition to the veterans get put into the fold as well. So that's what I'm looking for. If you see a lot of, we're going to see some turnovers, but if you see a tremendous amount of turnovers, you're approaching 18, 22 turnovers a game, it means the guys aren't picking up the system, or you just got a bunch of guys that don't know how to play.
Scott, staying with the Summer League, Victor Wembanyama makes his debut tomorrow night. It is already sold out to watch this kid play. I'm sure that you've taken a look at him on video. What do you see from this guy?
Well, I'm excited to see him play, too. I won't be at the game tomorrow for his debut, but I am headed out there on Saturday. Retired Players Association has some meetings going on. I'm going to make it
3 minutes
and check this guy out. 7'4", 4.5, 5, whatever you want to call him. Super long wingspan, ability to do the things on a basketball floor at his size that I didn't think was possible for big in this game. Stroke it from the outside, put it on the floor. He's got speed to get by defenders. He's got the spin moves. He's got great body balance. And he's got a nice soft touch. Shoots it pretty good. So those are the types of qualities. Is he going to be a revolutionary, game-changing type player? It's yet to be determined. Whether or not that skinny frame can hold up to the rigors of the NBA over 82 games plus preseason plus postseason year after year. But I'm interested to find out if this experiment for the Spurs is going to work. Spurs, that's a big signing for them. It could change the landscape in the Western Conference. When Houston has gone out and done with Van Vliet and a number of the Landau, number of the other signings
2 minutes
they've been able to get. They just picking up some stuff. It's just been an interesting off season for the Western Conference, and now I hear Damian Lillard is looking to get out of his spot in Portland. And if he comes to a different team in the West that's a contender, that could be more damage and harder for the Suns to try to break through and get that first championship. So hopefully he gets shipped out back. I'm here in Miami is probably the landing spot for him.
All right, let me follow up then with this because the NBA came out with a couple of rule changes. One of them is the flopping rule. Now, look, I've called a lot of NBA games on TV, including some of yours when you were with the Bulls. But I tried to think back if I ever saw you flop. Were you a flopper? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
You know what? The answer to that is hell no. I've been the one championing.
1 minute. 1 minute.
As a bad thing for the NBA basketball for a long time, even during my playing days, going back to the Milwaukee Bucks some 20 plus years ago. I flopped once in my life, and I'm not sorry for it. Was Shaquille O'Neal? He was killing me out there on the basketball court, and he got him his third foul in the first half, and I was able to keep all my teeth in my mouth and eat my steak dinner later that night. Brian, I'm not going to ever take that one, too seriously. But that, Phil Jackson and I had a laugh at that one after the game.
Oh, I love it. Scott, safe travels as always. Thanks for some time, man. We appreciate it. Hope you're having a great summer.
I appreciate you guys, too. If you had a great fourth, and stay safe.
That's Scott Williams joining us, 3-time NBA champion. Again, you got to check out his book. He's having a lot of success, bestseller already. Through the Fire, a memoir of trauma and loss, basketball and triumph. Amazon, it's everywhere you can buy. You buy books, so check it out. Really cool. And we're still waiting for our signed copies. We have not gotten them yet.
No, we have not.
When we did the deal out of Casino Arizona Sportsbook, his books were just getting done. He didn't have any copies yet to give us, so we're due. So we'll have them in and get that taken care of. Coming up, this is pretty interesting stuff.